Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Now this thread has been going around right here. This is a very, like, elaborate, in-depth, well done, kind of like, Dokkan anniversary, kind of like, like mock-up, or however we want to say, right? This, Kamo Ken, did a pretty good job. And some people were telling me to take a look at it, and it's like, yeah, this seems like a good idea for a video, because I think we should see in 24 hours probably EZA Trunks details, on the 7th here. But I don't think there's a ton coming besides Trunks on this next week. Maybe the rank update will hit, next week in this range. I'm not expecting the Part 2 LR to be until this week, right here, 16th is the current target for the Part 2 LR. So, there's still another reaction video I gotta do. We got some stuff. So, I did want to talk about this, right? And this idea of Namek for anniversary, it does feel kind of like right to me right now. Like, obviously, like, fusions are kind of gonna be the things that's gonna hit, like, the most, like, butts and seats. Besides something that's completely brand new, like Daima. Daima right now is completely new. So, like, if I had a #1 pick for, like, oh, the gigantic LR I want to see right now, it probably would be Daima Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? But I do think Namek could probably work pretty fine here, especially in conjunction with something else. A full Namek, like, anniversary definitely would not work. I do not think so. Because I don't think, you have Goku and Frieza. I mean, unless we would do 2 Goku LRs and 2 Frieza LRs, maybe we could do that. That could maybe work. It could. Because you'd have, both of them would have best friend partner characters, right? Like, what's a problem with villains in Dokkan usually is they don't have, like, a big partner character. Well, that, would happen. But, even though fusions are like, oh, #1 or whatever, we did just do, like, every fusion. Like, yeah, we're going to do another Blue Gogeta and another Super Vegeta and all this stuff at some point, but we just did them, so Namek makes a lot of sense. Now, I don't see people ever talking about this. I've had a thumbnail ready to go to make this video for quite a while, talking about this right here. So, they announced this. This is back with the Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku reveal right here, right? Like, and there's this little thing right here. So, Dokkan 11th Anniversary Ida Jaga to release February 28th, 30 types in total with 2 secret rares. And it's Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza. So, I mean, I'm just going to tell y'all right now, I feel like the chance of Namek for Anniversary is pretty good. But we'll see. We'll see. So, alright, let's take a look at this kind of like Anniversary campaign concept. And see what this looks like. So, campaign theme for the anniversary could be Power of the Dragon Balls. Characters involved with the magical abilities of the numerous types of Dragon Balls. That could be a good one. That's also one of these celebrations, like a theme, where they could really hit, again, the entire series, right? You could do, like, free-to-play Shadow Dragon, like, characters. Like, I mean, that would be something that would work, right? Like, because right now, Omega is so good, GT Boss is so good. So, like, they could do that alongside, like, Namek stuff and Daima stuff. I think, like, that. This is a good idea for a campaign, for sure. I'm of the opinion that I would like to see another 6 LR campaign. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would like to see it. I know a lot of people, like, it's just, I mean, people have, oh, this problem, there's so many problems with this character. I would still maintain it's GDC power creep more than anything. That kind of, like, I mean, most of the first 6 months of characters are not very useful. SDR Cell definitely making a little bit of a comeback right now. I mean, but he's kind of one of these specialized, like, revive characters, which can be very helpful. Plus, 16 is designed around building up all these android characters, which helps him a lot. But most of those first 6 months of characters, unless we're talking about, like, Festival, which is still very tricky, a lot of the, like, GDC, like, type fights, Tamagami fights, and stuff like that, a lot of those first 6 months of characters of this year don't work super well in that, right? So we got 2 new characters who could be Dokkan Awakened into LRs. So we're gonna work with some transforming characters. These artworks are very good. Yeah, the only thing I would say, game visuals are developed by, yeah, and then it says that. That's pretty good. The only thing I would say about this is I feel like it would be good for Namek Goku. I mean, I guess it could just be his intro. We need a voice like the iconic like Goku turning into Super Saiyan, like like moment, is in Dokkan, and the animations are good, right? Like I think this animation is good, but it's not voiced, so they could redo this, right? Like this as like a crazy anniversary, like either active skill or intro could go very hard. So I mean, if that as an intro could work for this. And then yeah, Frieza final form. Like if we just type in Frieza final form. So we have this right here. So we have the manga character who's good. Like, if we would get Frieza's that like wouldn't like unfortunately he wouldn't link with another Frieza final form, but like, you get what I'm saying. But there's only the manga version. And then we have, this is a free-to-play character. This is a free-to-play character. This is a band unit along with that 2019 Goku. This is a band unit from 2018, and that's it. Right, so people are hungry. They are, for sure. For, like, a nice Frieza final form character. And then, yeah, so they're transformation characters. And, I guess, like a Rage Super Saiyan Goku and then full power Frieza. Interesting. Okay. Sure. I did not realize we had a full concept here. Z bosses, I love the idea of. Yeah, Z bosses and Z heroes. Honestly, like we had talked about the possibility of that being a thing, Z bosses, Z heroes. This would have been a while back. Like, it's like, okay, it's been so long since we've had Super Vegito. Like, we gotta see Super Vegito at some point. He felt like a good leader for Z heroes, and then, I don't know, like Buhan could be Z bosses, but Namek Goku and Namek Frieza could be good for this. Z bosses, Wicked Bloodline, or Inhuman Deeds, 3 categories, nice. Yeah, pretty good. And then he'd get like 50% attack for 4 turns, 100% attack, 50% defense for 1 turn. Okay. That seems solid. A lot of stats. He'd have some dodge. Okay. Wait. 26% dodge for the rest of the battle if he does 6 supers before the 4th turn elapses? Okay, so I mean, 4th turn from his intro, right? Because immediately my thought was like, oh, what if they would start on slot 7, right? But like this would be like Frieza's 4th turn. So he gets that. Swinkeeper Orb, Guard, Dodge right there as well. Another additional. You'd want a villain with him, and then he'd get damage reduction. Yeah, I mean, this is just what it's like nowadays, right? Characters, Guard, huge dodge, damage reduction, like they have everything. Right, that's why it's tough for them, I think, to like. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely looks good. It's just such a clash compared to where we were, a couple of years ago, right? Like just every character's doing all this. Then the 2-turn support, which is huge. Massive stats when attacking. Super effective against all types. A guaranteed additional super. Each attack. These characters like this are typically pretty fun. Right? Like, I felt like the physical Rose Goku Black, the global first, is a good model for a fun character, but I always felt like they didn't, like, make him strong enough. But, like, this is a character that people would have a lot of fun with. This type of mechanic right there, for sure. And then, yeah, oh my, dude, yeah, this character's crazy. And 260% when receiving an attack, and this massive dodge. Guaranteed crits against superclass enemy after 6 attacks or when HP is 60% or below. Seems pretty good. I do always like when there's multiple different ways we could do like a transformation or something. That seems solid. Yep. And then there'd be full power Frieza as well. 1600% attack and 800% defense. Lose his attack with every turn passed. Yeah. I definitely would prefer that over losing defense, by the way. It's kind of like what Frieza does. Oh, this is interesting. Launch an additional 18-key super. Okay. Now his support is just 1 turn, but he himself is included in it. Gets all this. 24 key crits, I love. That's a good mechanic. That's really fun. Then when receiving an attack, you can get extra damage reduction if HP's low. Could be good. Then he has an active skill. Ultimate damage to all enemies. And then creates... Oh, then he has a domain. Wow. And you can do that immediately when you go into full power. So technically, this is something that could all be happening turn 1. Right? Because the HP condition was one of them. So, like, I don't... Like, you know how there's those fights where there's, like, bomb pads? You could damage yourself before entering the fight. Like, the Team Bardock fight is the one that immediately comes to mind. You just instantly be able to do all this, so that would be fun. Extreme class enemies and allies get buffed. And then extra attack for characters on Z bosses. I would like to see Z bosses and Z heroes as categories. That actually is... I might just write that down. I think I might do a separate video where we could talk about that. Like what would Z hero and Z bosses, like, categories look like? Oh, yeah, I just looked at my video idea thing. I do have another anniversary concept that I think is really good. I wonder if this uses it. We'll talk about it in a second. All right, so then, yeah, Z heroes, I love that. Or Super Saiyans. Oh, so this would be... Carnivals now would lead 2 categories. I don't know if they're gonna do that. Because then it really... I don't know. Maybe they... I mean, there's no downside for us, right? The player. But, yeah, I mean, Carnival's getting 2... The problem is, most of the time, Dokkan Fests don't even fucking get 3 categories, which is so stupid, by the way. Like, 16 right here. Android or Uncontrollable Power. There's no reason in the world he couldn't also lead, like, Savior, right? Or Mission Execution or something. Like, just do it. Like, it would be very helpful, but... Alright, so we got that. You gotta have the guard for 4 turns. Permanent guard if he gets 5 hits before this goes away. So, this is definitely... We probably wouldn't want dodge on this guy. Okay. I mean, well, he does have a lot of damage reduction right here. And he's Rainbow Orb changing, which is good. There's another superclass... I assume it means ally attacking on the same turn. Scouter? God damn. Yeah, very much mirrors what Frieza's doing. Oh, and then he gets attack when he gets hit as well. So we really would want him in slot 1. Okay. And then he gets permanent build-up right there. Sure. Guaranteed crit. A villain or 5th turn start a battle. Okay. Oh, on the next attacking turn? I mean, I don't... Okay, the way that's written, that means, let's say, turn... Like, we go into the Goku Black and Zamasu fight. That we wouldn't be able to use it right away. It'd be the turn after. Upon entering the next attacking turn, if there's an extreme... So, turn 1, we're fighting Goku Black and Zamasu. We couldn't use the active skill. It would then be available to us on turn 3, right? So, like, okay. If this Goku started in slot 7... like, this starting condition would be pointless. Because this is 5th turn. Because his 2nd turn would be 5th turn start a battle anyway. This would be better if he could just do it immediately if there's a villain. But, I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, you'd want to be able to get his guard, I guess. Because he does have to get the 5 hits for the 4th turn elapses. Then we have the... This is kind of like... So what is this? Just going to be like a rage version of Goku? I would assume. Yeah, rage-induced strike. Whoops. Oh, it's the same thing? So, okay. Bam. 2 turns. Bam. Okay. Wait, am I looking at the... Nah, here we go. Summon 7 Dragon Balls. So we do the Dragon Ball mechanic. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, let's ask Grok to explain this post, should we? Fuck off. Grok. Get out of here. Yeah, Grok. That's the last thing I'm going to ask, man. Grok. So stupid. All right, but I think like Dragon Ball mechanic is pretty fun, right? Like getting the Dragon Balls show up in the key orbs is definitely fun. 590% attack and defense, love that. Rainbow orb changing, 70% damage reduction, additional 18 key super. Big support. Look at this attack when attacking, guaranteed crits at 24 key. Big defense when getting hit. Oh, guard if he has 24 key. I like that. I like that. Okay, so this is just this a similar concept as the Legends Super Saiyan Goku. I mean, this is fucking crazy. A character that would have this would instantly be the best character in the game. Like it this shit would be nuts, right? Like I would be scared if they did this because it's like, oh my god, what are the what are the fights gonna look like if they're accounting for this shit existing? I mean, this is just, of course, the strongest ability that you could pretty much have, right? Like, this is just such a crazy thing. So, yeah, I just, like, if they drop this, bro, this is so crazy. Like, again, let's just think about, I don't know, like, that Goku Black and Zamasu fight. Like, one of the real difficulties in that fight is the randomness of Goku Black's super attack, which they created by giving him a low chance to super, but they force him to super every single turn. So it does kind of just create this thing where it's most likely he'll super in slot 3, but you could see him super anywhere with regularity. It's very common. And so, like, this Goku would just completely nullify that. And this isn't even about tanking. He just does it. This is too strong of it. This can't exist. Because right now this is written that he just does this infinitely. Which obviously, I don't know that can exist. I mean, I suppose it's like, if Goku himself gets supered. Yeah, okay, so, a reason I don't typically, like, go over, like, the kind of, like, fan concepts, too, is we start getting down to messy, like, fan concepts are usually, like, ridiculously overpowered, and I've seen, like, a huge kind of, like, okay, so, I am a huge proponent of GDC power creep is the culprit, like, the bad thing of the year. That's bad. And I've seen a lot of people push back on this. I mean, it's just, I don't know. These days, I just can't be asked. But, like, I think people are approaching this from the wrong angle, right? So, these two, right? Even during the anniversary, it was very obvious, like, leading with the offensive forms compared to the defensive forms. I said this. You could pull up videos of me talking about these guys during the anniversary. And I'm saying, if they led with the defense forms, it would be significantly harder to power creep them, right? Like, to a point where Dokkan, like, things, like, with these bosses would start getting really fucking nasty, right? Which is kind of what happened anyway. But a lot of that is because they made, like, first half of the year, you know, you're aiming to get to, like, turn 10. And then in the second half of this year, they're like, actually, it's turn 1, which is the main problem. And that's the main point I harp on when I talk about GDC power creep, right? That's the main issue. So, like, if these guys, like, if this is what you had turn 1, at these characters, it would be so difficult to power creep them. And that's just not, like, I don't think what the game wants, right? Like, it's the way they're designed. It is very easy to power creep them. You just make the fights really, really difficult at the start. The problem is that they did that in the same year, which they should not ever do. The anniversary characters, the Dokkan Fest, not like the Yellow, because people, again, are just so fucking disingenuous at every turn, but not like fucking Yellow Quinellers. I'm not talking about Broly, Chi and Lemo, or Android 17, Team Universe 7. I'm talking about the Dokkan Fest exclusives. Every year, they have dominated the entire year except for this year. And that's because of them starting with, like, we want long fights and then dropping it down to turn 1, right? In 2023, the Spirit Bomb characters would have had a bit of a similar thing happen to them with the Fusion Zamasu fight, where those were characters that, again, were still about, like, kind of doing a lot of attacking and building up, and it was difficult there too. But like this year felt way different to me, right? Because I mean, you're not getting to Vegito no matter what, or Gogeta, until turn 5. Back in 2023, we could get the Spirit Bombs turn 1, right? Like depending upon how things went. You know, if Zamasu would slap the shit out of us, you know, turn 1, we could go right into the Spirit Bomb on like turn 2 or something. So it's like that is a huge issue, right? Like this whole like turn 1 versus like turn 10 when these characters are meant to be used has created like this huge problem. And you know, I just look at this and it's like, what do they need to do to like, okay, so like Namek Goku, let's say Namek Goku's the 11th anniversary part 1 headliner, Dokkan Fest exclusive. He should dominate the whole year. He should, right? So all of 2026, he should be like a, you know, top 5-ish talks minimum towards the end of the year. But I do wonder now, like, I mean, again, I'm getting super theoretical and we're talking about, you know, this is a fan concept, 11th anniversary. But then let's say we're going in the 12th anniversary. What the fuck do they need to do to make this guy not the hot shit anymore going into the 12th anniversary? You see what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like this could work where, like, if an ally gets supered, Goku just completely takes care of it. But there would need to be some type of trade-off. Otherwise, he's just the best character of all time for 6 years in a row, which when you're sitting there on Twitter sounds, yeah, just do that. But then like cataclysmic, like game balancing, and then people like, it's just, it would be a huge issue. Right. So it would need to be something like he does this, but he's like normals could fuck him up. Or if a super hits him, like targeted at him himself, he's done. Like it would need to be shit like that. Cause this, like there's just no, like you can't, look at this ability. If an ally receives a super attack, you fucking nullify it. He doesn't even have to tank it. You nullify it. And look at this. And then all allies get support and damage reduction for 2 turns. It's just, like, this is by far, like, the most broken thing I made. Like, outside of just, like, you know, transform into the character and you win or something. Like, this is crazy. This is so crazy. And I just see this and it's like, my God, like, could you imagine if they did this? Like, this is the type of thing, this could exist if he does it once only. Like, this only happens once, right? Then that could work. It's a one-time ability. Active skill can be activated upon obtaining 7 Dragon Balls. Okay. So you load in and he does create the 7 Dragon Balls once you transform. Okay. He gets a target mechanic, extra damage and damage reduction, and then he creates a domain. Oh, that's a good concept right there. I do like this. So Frieza just has destroyed Namek. Yeah. And then Goku has destroyed Namek, except Purunga would be in the background. I like that. I do like that. Because, like, you know, they are fighting on destroyed Namek, and then there's the brief moment they're fighting in front of Purunga. That does happen. I do really like that idea. And then superclass enemies and allies get buffs, and then extra damage for Z heroes. I like it. Only thing I would say is this has got to be like a one-time only ability, or it's not a nullification. Like Goku has to still actually tank it or something. The way this is written right here is just like they can't power creep this, right? Like they can't. This would be. This would lead to the destruction of the game. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people, though, who's like, yes, Namek Goku respect. That's exactly what we want, right? But, like, Jesus Christ, dude. This is, like... Yeah, like, I don't typically do a lot of, like, concept ideas. And, you know, this would be a huge reason why, right? All right, so we got that. And then part 2 would be the adult Daima stuff. This is fire. I think this celebration would really kick ass. Like Super Saiyan Goku and Full Power Frieza, and then these two. This would be a dub. This would be a real W celebration, I think. Yeah, these guys look good, right? Look at that. Yeah. Whew. we really would need adult Vegeta, by the way, to be like a real demon. Like, no bullshit, right? Like, after what they... Oh, I like that. After what they did to, you know, mini Vegeta, like, I mean, he's gotta just be king. Okay, so Dragon Ball Seekers, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, or Goku family, pretty damn good. 50% attack for 4 turns, lowers enemy attack and defense. It always is good when Dokkan creates fights that can be, like debuffs can be employed in there. It creates a little bit more strategy. The fights are a bit more engaging, right? I would maintain, if you ask me what's the best designed difficult fight of all time, I would probably say Stage 2 of Cell Max. Probably, is what I would say. Because they made it like a fight that's like in talk for hardest fight in the game, but you know, you could stun, seal, do all of it. I think that was just a very well designed fight. All allies 40% attack. Love that, obviously. 400% key per orb. Creates STR orbs. Okay, 40% damage reduction. 2 additionals. 400% attack. Attack's guaranteed to hit. Okay, I mean, I don't know that... there's never really been, like a time where I felt like that's really helped. Like, they could do, like, a really toxic, like, hardest fight in the game UI Goku boss or something like that, who could have a really high chance to dodge. I feel like people would fucking hate it, though. That would be miserable. Could you imagine? Like, a lot of bosses that can dodge... Like, their dodge chance is like 10%, 5% and shit. Can you imagine if these, like, one of these fuckers had like a 50% chance to dodge? It would be nuts. That is something I could see, though. Like a boss like that. And then, because they typically, you know, do make, like, you know, the big anniversary, like, you know, major celebration characters, like, you know, good for the fight. That's something they could do there. Big defense. 400% is huge. Yeah, this would be good. Mini Daima Goku doesn't really have this. He just has the Ki Blast one. This is a huge thing with Super Saiyan 4 characters in the game. I think a huge factor of why people really miss, or at least, I mean, people on Dokkan Twitter, when they really miss about this character, they just fucking pretend that he can't just essentially dodge even, like, you know, the STR Gohan super attack and Tamagami 1 super attack and shit, right? Like, not many characters could deal with those supers in some of those turns, and he can. So, introducing that ability right here sounds pretty good. I like that. Yeah, see, this is, like, a good way to balance it. The first time, it's guaranteed, and then after that's 50%. That looks good. Looks good. Looks good. That's, like, that's realistic to me, right? Then he builds up as he attacks. 4 attacks to get permanent crit. Sounds awesome. I like that. MVP 17 has the same thing right now. I really like that. This just feels very good to me, right? Just boom. Do a couple of attacks, then you'll get your guaranteed crit. That looks good. Then every time he gets hit, damn, this guy, Kamo Ken, doesn't like dodge. We're creating characters that would not want dodge. That Namek Goku, and now this guy. Because every time he gets hit. So, the first 4 hits to get him up to 20%. That is permanent forever. And then this is just within the turn. Okay. So, he could be sitting there at 60% damage reduction and get to 80%. Alright. After 4 attacks, gets an additional super. After receiving 4 attacks, guard. It's pretty good. Next turn after receiving 4 attacks, or 4th turn start a battle. 440% ultimate damage, 40% attack, all attacks and crits for a turn. And then 10% attack. Up to 40% for the rest of the battle with each super attack performed within the turn. That's interesting. So it's like, on the turn you use that, like he's going to get a permanent buff based off how many times you super in that turn. This right here is just for the 1 turn, and this would be for the rest of the fight. It's interesting. And then now we're on to Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Accelerated Battle or Mastered Evolution. I mean, yeah, it's a good team. 50% attack for 3 turns. He stacks attack. 100% defense for 1 turn. All allies 30% defense. Looks good. I like that. Activates intro if all allies are superclass or facing a villain. Guard for 3 turns. 300% stats. Extra key per rainbow orb. Okay. That would typically, characters that do this then get big abilities from rainbow orbs. Let's see if this guy does this. Like, one thing they'll do with certain characters, Dokkan, right? Like, let's look at Int LR Gohan as an example of this, right? Like, they tack the huge key per rainbow key sphere, but then there's real incentive. Like, he wants this, right? So it's the orb pathing will always pick a rainbow orb for that, but also there's the potential of this. 5 rainbow orbs without having an ability like this is very difficult to get. Or actually, isn't Gogeta's even higher? I think Gogeta's is even, it's 4, isn't it? Yeah, his is 4. So no matter what, he will always go down just a straight rainbow orb path. So it would be, you know, much more common to see like a 5 rainbow orb turn with this guy compared to other characters because of this. Like, Gogeta doesn't even need this. This is in his kit specifically so that the orb pathing will take you down this and get this. That's the whole point. So, it'd be interesting if this concept is going to utilize that. 33% damage reduction, additional super, 300% attack when attacking, pretty good, with 18 key. Additional super if HP 60% or more. Okay, and then 300% defense, damage reduction, yeah, pretty good. More HP remaining. So at old times, you would just want to be high HP. A lot of times they do a thing where it's like damage with HP high. You get more defense as HP is low. But yeah, okay. With each super attack performed. So this is just permanent forever. So this is just like one of the manga characters, right? Like Gohan. It's this. It's just permanent. Okay. I mean, that's fun. But that would also... So that's with each super attack performed. But then the kid is also stacking... He is also stacking here as well. That's a permanent stack. So every time he's supering, he's just really getting a lot of damage, okay? Yeah, that's the point of this guy. Ultra Final Flash can be activated starting from the next attacking turn. So, it would always just be his second turn. He'd be able to get access to that. Because remember, the characters we love is like Tech Broly. Nope, wrong one. This Tech Broly. Can be activated upon entering attacking turn. I wonder if Kamoken meant this. But, like, right now, as he's got it worded, it would just be Vegeta's second turn. Which, for a condition, is fine anyway. Right? If it's just hit their second turn, I mean, that's fine. 333% attack temporarily. Ultimate damage enemy. 30% defense. All attacks become crits for the turn. And then he does a similar thing as Goku. Except he gets permanent defense for the rest of the battle with each attack received within the turn. Interesting. Wait, and then he has a second... active? Oh my god, could you imagine that animation in the game? People would go crazy about that. That's the bath thing. People would go nuts for that, dude. So they're meant to be used together in the same turn. So because he gets the extra defense with each attack received. Then you immediately can do this. You'll full heal, 600% defense. Vegeta gets stunned, and then it's a Ghost Usher. Ghost Usher, wow, that's very strong. Well, no, I guess they're not intended to be used together, because, yeah, you'd want to get hit, and this would delay it. So, I guess it would be like, turn 1, you just have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Turn 3, you do the Ultra Final Flash. And then turn 5, you do Bulma's Ultimatum and be a Ghost Usher turn. Definitely pretty good. Oh, and then continuing on, we have a part 3, Tamagamis. When is this a Seminole character, free to play? Collect 3 Demon Realm Dragon Balls, unleash 3 different domains. Okay. Damn, this is like... Yeah, this guy went to a lot of trouble here. No, this just looks like a carnival. So his idea is a 5 LR celebration. Okay. Like a part 3 Tamagami is interesting. Mission execution or join forces. That's a bit of a rough team, isn't it? So they would need to be built, like they would need to be crazy. So they're getting 33% for 3 turns. Cycles into next super attack. Cycles into next super attack. So it's just like a thing where it's like, huh. That certainly would be fun. So like, the first time you do a 12 key super, Tamagami 3. Second time you do the animation, it'll be Tamagami 2. That sounds fun to me. I like that. Additional 6% of enemies max HP of damage? What the fuck? Okay. Seal super attack, restarts order of cycle. Interesting. 50%. So they are sealing, stunning, attack debuffing, defensive debuffing. They have all debuffs attached to those. That's cool. Summons a Demon Realm Dragon Ball with each passing turn. Stats, key, damage reduction, additional supers. Yep, attack when attacking, defense when getting hit. Nice. First attacker in the turn, 150% defense, guard. All allies get attack. Oh yeah, this is a fun character. Like all these kind of like moving parts would be really fun. So they're defense in slot 1, damage slot 2, and a powerful support in slot 3. That's very fun. Yeah, I like that. It's pretty good. That's pretty good for sure. Then with 1 or more Demon Realm Dragon Ball obtained. Okay, so they just get like obscenely broken. Jesus Christ. Okay, just like a lot of stats, sure. Then eventually Scouter. 1 or more Demon Realm Dragon Balls, and then it's what? It's just different based on what you have. Creates first Demon World. Okay, I mean this means third Demon World. So all enemies, allies, attack and defense. Allies get damage reduction is crazy. This one, attack and defense, all allies get an additional super. Wow, could you imagine the shit you could do with that? Huh. And then with 3, all allies can nullify super attack seal nullification, making it possible to seal enemy supers. It does, like, this guy is very creative with some of the kits he's built, that's for sure. I mean, some of this could be very interesting. This would be a very fun character. With all these moving parts, playing them defense, offense, right? Like, depending upon if it's a very, very short fight, you'd still be able to give allies damage reduction. Like, that does seem fun. Yeah, this guy put in a lot of effort. I mean, this is definitely good. Got some nice little, I mean, this looks really, really solid. Right? Like, we could see a similar, like, artwork officially from that. Yeah, pretty good. Chat, I do think the chance of Namek is high, upcoming, and same with the Daima stuff. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think of Kamoken's concept. I don't need to ask Grok. Should we ask Grok? Yeah, Grok, go ahead. Give it to us, Grok. Wow. Oh my god, Grok. Thank you so much. Alright, anyway, we don't care, Grok. Fuck off. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.